Hello and thank you for watching again. Well, quite a bit's happened. It's Monday afternoon, just about lunchtime, and of course I've been busy. I've been getting a load of materials this morning, so it's a slightly later start. The loft hatch got fitted, first job I did, get that one finished, sort of finished off. We're going to put architrave round the edge, just like round the doors. And I'll do that when I do the door frames. So it's fitted, it works, it can be used. It just doesn't look pretty at the moment. The plaster dried out beautifully over the weekend, as you can see, hopefully in focus, kind of. And yeah, that's nice. A little bit of sanding down, just get rid of a few little edges, just get it ready where it's going to be painted, just get ready for painting. And I'll do that when we're getting towards the decoration stage. What I wanted to show you today is some of the things that you may not always see. The next job is to put the radiator on the wall, and it's a tall towel rail radiator, and you can see there's a fixing point, there's another one there, and there's two at the bottom. Now to do that I've got to run some pipes to it, because previously the radiator was sort of here on the wall that existed previously. So I've had to take the floor up, and look what we found. A rat's nest of bits and bobs. Not the worst I've seen, but what it shows is over time how things have changed for this house, and how each subsequent owner has altered things to suit their needs at the time. And well, that's fine, that's not a problem, it's not a criticism at all, it's what you have to do. But what it does is give me a few little challenges. Now when the floor was down, or the old floor was down, okay, there's a few squeaky boards, and well, yeah, okay, you get that, it's not a problem. And then you take it up and you find all sorts of unpleasantness. Well, this is kind of what I came to. Let's focus that. Some of that dust is mine, granted, not all of it. And you can see where it's fallen through a hole or a gap in the floorboards. And this is how I like to leave it. I do not like to leave muck under a floor because it's unprofessional. So that'll get vacuumed out, and we'll leave it in a state that I would like to find it in. Now what we do have is quite a few notches in the joists, which is fine. That's all right. We're accommodating pipes and a few late edition cables, and we can see where somebody's added a bit of timber to provide a bit extra support. And there was another one over there, but that's come out, that's not going to be needed. And you can see where cables have been run, some of which go through holes in the middle of the joist. That is the correct way of doing it. Putting a notch under the floorboards, not ideal, but sometimes you can't always avoid it. Or you're taking advantage of a notch that existed before. So the job this afternoon is to put the pipes in for the radiator. So what I'm going to do is dry fit the radiator, so that's hang it on the wall and run the pipes up to it with a valve on the end of the pipe. I'm not going to run water into the radiator at this point because it means I've got a radiator to drain before I paint the wall. So here we have the two radiator or central heating pipes, flow and return, and you can see they disappear off to the rest of the house. So there's a joint here, and it comes through a couple of push fit fittings, don't like them, and that comes to a valve under the floor. Well, that was, if I do this, that was one of the original radiator valves. So you can see how far in the wall was. This was hard up against the wall, so we've gained quite a bit of space there in the room, and that's good. The other pipe goes to a similar valve just under the floor, so that people, mainly me, weren't tripping over it all the time. So Instead of hacking all that back and doing a load of work that isn't necessary, I'm going to turn that pipe round and go off to there. Where it says pipe is where it's coming up. Where I really wanted it to come up is there, but of course there's a joist in the way. And the reason I wanted it to come up there is because that's where the shower base goes to, 1200 millimeters from that wall. And I wanted to center the radiator in the gap between the little return for the door and the end of the radiator, the end of the shower base. Can't do that, so I'm going to make it as close as I can get it, and it still look okay. So I'm going to use, wherever they've gone, fittings. You get fittings with the radiator. They're pretty good actually. They'll work with these blocks a lot of the time. Oops, sorry, out of focus. A lot of the time if you're in studded walls, you can't use those, you need to put timber in. But as we're on hollow blocks, should be okay. Then after that, once that's all done, it's time for new floorboards. And I'm going to do something slightly different. And find a short one. Here we are. Excuse the noise a moment. There we go. Right, so that's the original board. This is what I'm putting down. It's quite a bit wider, and what I want to do is to avoid the pitches, which have a little bit compromised there under the floor. Gives a nice bit of timber actually. It gives a better floor overall, and it won't not so many joints. I don't nail floorboards down. I always screw them down because then they are not going to squeak. Because that's what a squeaky floor is. It's a floorboard bouncing up and down on a nail, and it squeaks. What I am going to do, you can see the shower waste pipe just popping up there. That's just in a temporary position. It's actually going to come up about there somewhere. I'm going to make a removable panel sort of just under where the bath is here, so that should any maintenance be necessary, we can get in and attend to it. Shouldn't be necessary, but it's always better to make it. I always try and design a bathroom or any job that I'm doing to make it maintainable, because if anything goes wrong, it's probably me that's going to come back and maintain it, so make your life easy. So that's the objective. So check back later or in the next episode, and I'll show you what I've done. When the plumbing's done there, the radiator's dry fitted, I'll physically take the radiator off so it doesn't get damaged, because it's a really nice one. And then I'll be getting on doing floorboarding, working my way across. That'll probably run into tomorrow now. And I've got a bit of cement work to do outside. So yeah, we're progressing. We're getting to the point, almost to the point, where we can start putting stuff in. Or, well, I am putting stuff in, but sort of like the toilet and sink and bath. That'll be a good day. So looking forward to that. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that, because then I can help other people to see these videos, which may give them some insight into how houses are constructed and the work that us tradesmen do, which you may not see. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.